Hey guys, welcome to Euro Truck Simulator 2. So, thought we'd do something different today. Not using the low loader. And we are in Denmark, going to Sweden, I think. Not even going to try and pronounce the names there. The cargo is going to be potatoes. And, well, you can see we're making 13 grand off of it, which ain't bad at all. For a while there, I've been wanting to mess around with the double trailers, and of course, they're not in the UK, where I typically drive, and I need to get into Europe a bit more, just to experience it, to be honest, in the game. So that's what we're doing today. We haven't got it hooked up or anything yet, so we'll hit drive, hopefully the game doesn't crash, and we will be away. I think it is 28 ton of potatoes. So heavy load, which, yeah, I like the heavier stuff. That's what this truck's really built for. Okay, so we'll go inside. We're starting at 5 o'clock in the morning. Well, you guys, 6 o'clock now, but I had the... Well, what did I set the time to? Yeah, set the time to 5. I love the early morning starts. It's beautiful. And fire that up. Drop it in gear, take off the parking brake. So there's our trailer right there. Now, that was a while back that they were actually talking of getting trailers like this in the UK, and I think it was this style they were looking at. But they were just going to be allowed to do motorways, and that was about it. So companies that were looking at using them would have to get depots and stuff right off the motorway, which, to be fair, a lot of companies do already. Now, you wouldn't want this for a normal service as far as taking it to shops for obvious reasons, but if you're just trundling up and down the motorway all the time, these make sense. They truly do. So parking brake on, tug test done. I hook this all up. So this is a B double, so obviously you've got a small little trailer with a fifth wheel, so really it is a standard size physical chassis of a trailer. Then it's got a fifth wheel on the middle there, you can just see it there, and then you've got a normal size trailer on back end. You see these quite a bit up here in Canada actually. Now we're in C2, which will be crawler gear 2, and I think we are, oh no, we're 33 tons. Now, I highly doubt you'd find a left-hand drive, geez, a right-hand drive vehicle doing this. Now I'm using the mod small mirrors as well. I stumbled across it a little while back, and I know it's been out for a long time, I just didn't know where to get it from. Now I could actually change the cab layout. Should probably start doing that if I'm going to do stuff like this. Maybe if I'm going to spend a lot of time over here I will, because I don't think that zeroes out your mileage on the trucks. That's always my big thing, is I love keeping the mileage on the trucks. Ramming through the gears. Big old port. Now once the 1.35 I think update comes out, I think we're on 1.34 right now, for Euro Truck, I will not be swapping. I'll be sticking with it, because I've got a feeling with the rework that SES have done to Germany, Pro Mods is going to take forever, because I think that's in the 1.35 patch. So we will be rolling back and keeping as is. American Truck Sim obviously will be moving forward, and in hopes, well, for Washington especially, but in hopes that Pro Mods isn't that far away from there. I'm really excited for that, for obvious reasons. Really looking forward to it. This trip in itself I don't think should take overly long. It may, I don't know. Now the current time for me is 12:09? Yeah, 12:09. Come on. Yeah, no, around the red light. I don't care. Would have done that IRL, but yeah, screw that nonsense. This trip's gonna be long enough other than waiting for a stupid AI drivers. Oh, they love their roundabouts here, don't they? Good lord, bud. You're cooking in there. We're driving into the sun as well. Ah. And I think we will be for quite a while too. What are we at? Half a tank for fuel by the looks of things? Oh, that's something I should want to look at. I should have done it beforehand. If we go to options, key controls, I want to see if the zoom is in this game. Like it is on American Truck Sim. Bear in mind, I am in the beta version of American Truck Sim right now. Zoom interior camera, son of a... Wow. Okay then. Goodbye, City Horn. God, I can actually see the gauges now. I've always wished to be able to zoom in. I didn't realise that was a thing. How long's that been a thing? Was this a roundabout? Should not ask questions if roundabout. Of course it's a roundabout. One thing I have been noticing, I really wish the signage in the game was actually placed properly. Like, there was a warning there was a roundabout coming up when you were on top of the roundabout. Now maybe that's the way they do it here. I highly doubt it though. Surely it's a good distance back to prepare yourself for it. I guess once I start driving and now I'm actually looking hardcore into, well, I am studying and everything. You guys, most of you guys know what's going on as far as licensing over here goes for me. I'm probably going to notice that stuff more. It's probably going to irk me even more. I bet. So the speed limit's 50, which we're now at, so we'll cruise control. Thought we'd been passing the sun like we were. We are coming off of here by the looks of things. I can't remember if we've got a ferry with this trip. Oh, I thought it was a junction, it's not. I really can't remember if we do. That's amazing. I was looking at to find a spot here in Europe to find one of these trailers. I was like, oh my god, I've barely been anywhere here. Which is true, I just stay in the UK. I need to experience it more. I've been saying this for a long time. It's time to actually do it. So I think that's what we're going to start doing. I may even blip this over to right-hand drive. know I've had a comment that got to me in a positive way, and they were saying sort of thank you for staying around the UK and predominantly the UK, because most people don't. As much as I like doing that, I think it is a bit... It's time for me to experience that as well. And the reason I stay in the UK a lot is it's a nice place to drive, especially with pro mods. That, and I probably never... Well, I say I probably never... I've never got to properly experience driving in the UK. Yeah, sure, I was taking lessons over there, but that was it. It'd be cool knowing the fact that basically when I go back and visit, I will be able to drive in the UK. Which would be kind of funny. As we're on a somewhat straight road. Look at all that detail. I've never seen all of this detail there. That's cool. But yeah, just cooking along too. 110 is the speed limit. Yeah, it's about what it is over here. People do 120. Quite happily. $175 miles remain, and I don't know if we have got a ferry trip. I don't think we do. I should probably actually grab a screenshot. Okay. Oh, if those were higher resolution, that would be nice. And I'm just going to get this as large as possible. Slap bang. That looks nice. I like that. There we go. I'll probably actually buy one of these trailers at some point, but for only being able to use it if you have a garage somewhere out here, that's my issue. I'd like to expand operations out here for sure. But with 300k in the bank, it ain't a lot. Looks like Commander Brain. Odzanzu. Or Udens. Udens? I don't know. Yeah, rolling through. The only time I tend to go deep in Europe is to find some of the large garages when I first start off the game, so I think that's what I did for here. So in the grand scheme of things, this is a relatively new game save. I like Kia. No, wrong flag. Wrong place too. I think Kia's Swedish, isn't it? Or is it Finland? Nah, Swedish. Oh, we can get zoom in on the fuzzy dice now too. No, concentrate on driving. Jeez. All over the road. All of that zooming in and ting. Usually when I'm doing this, I've got the radio playing, and I'm kind of missing out having the radio playing from a headset. Gotta find something to eat for lunch too. I'm hungry. Well, that's a weird looking police car. Tug did it. I can do it too. Oh, that's beautiful. Look at that. This is so cool. Like a sea bridge or something they call these. Whee! Sorry, bud. Pretty. Those windsocks. Whoa! Those windsocks don't mean squat in the game. Like, the wind's apparently coming head on right now. On the other bridge, it was going to the right, wasn't it, I think? I don't get it. I just don't get it. It looks like that front trailer, the back trailer's kind of a little funky, like leaning down on the fifth wheel. Doesn't seem like it's positioned properly. I think this is a toll coming up. Yeah, it is. I would ideally like not to be able to stop. I think we can go through this one. Yep. £205. Oh, I don't know if it's any cheaper if you stop there. Maybe any of you guys could answer me that on that one. Kind of curious though. I'm probably going to crank the truck open to 55 miles an hour. It's going to be over the speed limit, but that's what we're limited at, so I think that's what we'll just go to. But isn't it nice driving from that time of day? I think that's what I'm just going to do by default now, is set that time to that time zone. Switch off the fatigue, if I'm going to do a video at least, and go from there. Let's just have a look at it to make sure we weren't supposed to get off. What do we get mileage-wise anyway? 4.9 miles to the gallon. That's not bad. And a big old engine in this thing. We could definitely do with some go-go juice though. Oh, we're getting down there. I don't like going that low. But it needs must at times. It looks like we're coming off here, so there's that. The weird lights on top of that damn thing. Well, this right now is just all coasting. Now it's not. Put a bit of engine braking in. Yep. And pulled over by the popo. Copenhagen. Wave hello to Monjack as we go by. He's around this area. I don't think he's in Copenhagen by any means, but Denmark. Haven't spoken to him for a long time. Need to message him, actually. Maybe I'll do that after this. That's one thing I try and do when people fade away from TeamSpeak and stuff like that, especially if I've been fairly close with them. I try and keep in touch. Idiota. Nice advertisement. As you guys can tell as well, I'm not using Jazzy Cat's vehicles. Haven't done for a while now. God, so much stuff on the door cards on these now, dang. Speed limit 90k. SES, you've goofed. That should be miles an hour. I've never seen that before. That'll be the taco there, probably. Oh, right there. Oh. I'm gonna need to be careful doing that on my brakes there. This is a really long light. What's it say there? Oh, V8. Cool. You should have the V8 thing right there. Yeah. Just going straight. Oh, I could have been in that lane. That looked like that was moving over. I'll tell you what, I know I've mentioned this recently in the Farm Sim videos. Ever since that cold I had, I have not been doing too hot. Can you get right on red over here? I don't know if you can. I will. That's such a good rule. Right on red. Makes sense. As long as the way's clear, you can go. But yeah, ever since that cold, something's been funky. Like, I've been feeling okay, but I've been still coughing. Every once in a while I get like a little tickle. And when I was talking then, you could hear it like I needed a cough all of a sudden. I feel like I do, but yeah. Sounds like we're near an airport. I hear it. I don't see it in the mirrors though. See, there's a sign saying that lane was ending right on top of the lane. Now, of course, that's pro mods too, right? Causing a lot of that. There we go again. Causing that maybe, but kind of irritating. Oh, must be dumps. M1, M2, what's that? Memory? We are leaving Denmark and we are now going into Sweden. Across another bridge. That was a UFO. They look like they're floating. Whoa. You're getting pulled over for being drunk in a minute, apparently. Where can I drive through? Where can I drive through? Where can I drive through? There was not a car there. I'm gonna have to watch that back to see if there was actually a car there. I was looking, I couldn't see it in the mirror there. Unless it was in the blind spot of the mirror. So your top one, maybe. Wow. And cruise control set. 55 mile an hour. Little 6 over, they wouldn't touch you. I wouldn't have thought so. We are definitely getting down on fuel. We've only got 40 miles remaining. How long have we been recording? 27 minutes, wow. I know anything high 200 miles to around the low, needs to be very low 300 mile trips. If you're doing what the truck is limited to, so 55 mile an hour or at a good speed, I was doing 50 for a good chunk, will be anywhere, depending on traffic as well, especially if you're pro mods or not pro mods, with red lights and stuff like that. It should be anywhere from 30 minutes to high 20-minute videos. I've got that down, and that's the same with Euro truck and American truck, it seems. American truck, some of the roads are higher speed limits, so you can get away with. Obviously, that'll bring it down, but it depends where you go. Once you go up northy, it'll be a different story because it'll all be in K. Oh, too early. Too early. Switch the indicator off. How have you crashed with no other car around? Right, now we'll come over. It's gonna be expensive as a frig, but I want the go-go juice. That off, lights off, engine off. Fill us up. So what is it? 126 for diesel. That's not bad actually. There was a mod for both Euro and American truck where some guy was updating it fairly frequently for the fuel prices. Shame that stopped happening. No doubt that was a lot of work. But it'd be nice to get something like that again. That was on the Steam Workshop. So 1,005 for that, but full-time diesel. I didn't know what way to go then. The same happened again. Hazard One electric. They need to fix. Why is that so steep? They need to fix the way vehicles merge onto motorways, highways in Euro Truck and American Trucks, and because that's ridiculous. You don't stop on the entranceway to a highway or motorway, wherever. You just don't. It's ridiculous. The vehicles on said road don't move over for you, which is why they stop. It's something I hope SES does get on by fixing that, because it is very, very irritating indeed. Well, we're pretty much here. Destroyed 2 cars. I don't get why I didn't see them. Yeah, I'll have to... If I remember, which I probably won't, and I probably won't look, but if I would remember, I'll have a look to see what on earth the cause was that. Probably the fact that it's just I didn't see it in the mirror. More than likely. Okay, I take out the sign because I have to go wide to take... I don't know. At times you gotta think like, okay, was that me going too wide there, or is the road physically too small for this stuff? Depends how old it is too, right? No, I'm probably speeding, but I want to go through this light. God, this storm must go through a lot of potatoes if it's, this is all for it. And looking how tight it's going to be here. I'm just going to go do the quick delivery because it wants me to turn there. That's going to be impossible. So, we'll just do this. I don't need the XP anyway. So it was 264 miles. We consumed 223.8 litres of diesel. That's not bad. And we got our money, which is good. And that is all she wrote. So I hope you guys have enjoyed. We'll be back on Monday with a video in theory. Remember, Monday I will not be streaming. I've got my medical. And hopefully that goes all good. It should do. As far as stuff that they're looking for, I feel very, very healthy. So fingers crossed that goes okay. And, well, last step on that one. We'll see you guys on Tuesday for a live stream. But there should be a video on Monday, all things being equal. Catch you guys later. See ya.